You're listening to Carolina Forest Panther Football on the Carolina Forest Panther Football Network. And it starts right now.
Hello and welcome to Carolina Forest Panther Football here on the Carolina Forest Panther Football Network. It is playoff time as the Panthers get set to take on the River Bluff Gators in the first round of the SEHSL playoffs. My name is Brandon Biskobing. I will be bringing you all the action tonight as the 6-4 Panthers get set to take on the 7-3 Gators here in the first round. Like I mentioned, my name is Brandon Biskobing. I'll bring in my partner, Preston Payne. Preston, playoffs? We talking about playoffs?
Playoffs? Look, we had playoffs last year, but the way it ended was just not it. Maybe playoffs.
Yes. Is there anything this match happen by a score of 50-14?
The battle for the Scudetto is on.
Not exactly
every
how
Serie
you
Match
want
live
to
exclusively
end
on
your
Paramount
season.
Plus.
Now, lots of things. If something could have gone wrong in that game, it did.
Well,
Scotty was hurt.
Luke was injured.
You had Nathan Schuessler playing quarterback, if that tells you anything at this point.
We kind of knew going into that game with Scott out, with Luke out, that it was going to be a tough slog.
Right. Especially with how we think the offense was bad this year. Last year was 10 times worse.
Outside of Janak.
Outside of Janak, but that was why when he went out, the offense looked stagnant.
Yes.
So going into this game, River Bluff, and we made note of this before we went on air, had we lost last week, we would be playing a much easier opponent.
Let's talk about that real quick. We talked about it last week during the game against St. James. With the way that the playoff bracket panned out this season, the number 2 seed in Region 5 is getting the number 3 seed in Region 4. They're facing off against St. James at St. James. And Berkeley is a much worse team than River Bluff is. Berkeley went only 2-8 this season, 1-3 in their region, which their region is not, it's the weakest of the three, I would say, in the lower state.
Yeah.
In 5A. So, it begs the question, obviously, you don't have the concept of tanking or anything like that in high school football. In high school, and, they want to have it be, where you don't think of those sorts of things in high school. But, it does beg the question, should the Panthers have basically, thrown that game last week?
And obviously, is the answer to that question. But it begs the question on a more state level.
Yeah.
How does the SCHSL go from right?
It should have been, 2 seed against 4 seed, 3 seed against 3 seed.
Right.
But it is what it is, and that's what we've got tonight with the Panthers facing off against the River Bluff Gators, who, going into this matchup, at first on paper, I was thinking, okay, they're a 3 seed. It should be a game that the Panthers should be able to win. But looking at some of the numbers and looking at what River Bluff did last week against Chapin, Welcome back as we are just a few moments away from kickoff here in the first round matchup in the SEHSL playoffs between the Panthers and the River Bluff Gators. And before we get kickoff underway, we talked about how the Panthers, real quick for Chapin, for River Bluff, two other notes. For one, River Bluff, this is their 5th playoff appearance. They only started playing football. The school was created in 2013.
Yeah.
So they've been around for less than a decade. But this is their 5th playoff appearance in school history. And all of the previous 4 times, they won their first round matchup, but then proceeded to lose in the next round.
Which, based on how the bracket is looking, whoever wins this matchup has a very high chance of going to, or at least a very good chance of going because of who the matchups are, depending on who plays.
You really think that whoever wins this game could beat Fort Dorchester? Or no, Goose Creek, Sorry. Well, true, with how Goose Creek's record looks. The craziest thing about Goose Creek is that they did not win a single
out-of-region game,
non-region game, but then won every single region game to get the number 1 seed.
So, but what's crazy about that is that they're also in that region 4 that is the weakest in the state, basically. True.
And, the Panthers did beat them in the playoffs a couple of years ago in the first round.
Right.
So, you are correct. It could, and that was on the road as well. So you are correct. If whoever wins this game,
I'm ready for some playoff football.
Yeah, I'm ready. We're ready for some playoff football here, and they are looking to win their 10th playoff game in program history tonight. So a bit of a small milestone for the Panthers.
Yeah.
Now the band leaving the field, and then we will be just about set for some playoff football action. Throughout this game, we will keep an eye on the Goose Creek versus West Ashley game. That will be the game. That will be the opponent for whoever wins this game. The winner of this game will face off against the winner of that game. So we'll be sure to give you some updates on that one throughout, to see who, hopefully the Panthers will be potentially traveling or seeing here to face off against next week. J.J. Chaddock getting ready to put the ball on the tee. Hard line. So we'll see.
There's an early controversy already.
Yeah, there's some controversy already on the opening kickoff as the River Bluff coach Blair Harden is. So we'll wait to see as the ref is still talking to Blair Harden over on the far sideline, over on the 30-yard line.
And I came back and I am still
And they're
here.
still in the same exact spot.
What is going on?
I don't know, because this is taking a long time, and
this is one of those where we need the refs to be mic'd up so
Yeah.
that we can get an official.
Yes, an official ruling, yes.
Like an
you are
official
correct.
explanation.
So now the ref is coming our way, and we'll see what the call is. And now
the 30.
there's still some sort of extracurricular.
Yeah. So it was after the ball had gone out of bounds. That's why they moved it back from there. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20.
Yep. So after a very long delay, we finally get back to football.
We finally get to football.
Yeah. Yes. We finally the playoffs.
And now we get it.
Now we are finally underway. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the far side. Both Gray Herring and Cooper Johns were labeled as starters, so that time Cooper Johns gets the carry, and he brings it all the way down to the 46-yard line. So River Bluff already in Carolina Forest territory. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the far side. Screen pass out to the far side is caught and gets pulled down near the first down marker. Stephen Collier makes the catch, and he gets handed off to Cooper Johns, and he'll get pulled down at around the
decision to be made here to get it to 4th down. Needed to force a decision here by the River Bluff head coach.
They'll go with the shotgun set with the 2 running backs. Market.
Is he going to be just short?
Yeah, they're going to call it just short. So
4th
it'll
and
be
inches.
4th and inches, and it looks like, oh no, they're taking the offense off. It looks like they're going to bring on the field goal unit. Oh, wait, never mind. Okay, they were just walking.
They're going to measure, yeah, they're going to measure it out.
Okay.
They're going to measure it out.
So we'll see what the measurement.
It looks like he got it.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe?
We'll see.
And Clowney came back in the backfield and hit him and forced the fumble.
The sideline for the call. They'll take the snap, and
Flag.
there's a whistle blown. I think it's going to be a false start.
I think so, too. And it is. Big break there. And now you force a decision.
Yeah, now here comes the big decision and a big from the 9. They'll go shotgun set, 2 wide on the far side. Actually, 2 wide on the near side. They'll run speed option.
He was the outside linebacker D end player there. All he didn't chase after the quarterback as he went to the opposite side. He stayed disciplined and kept his guard on the opposite side, and we score. But this has been a very compelling drive by Carolina Forest.
And 50-50.
50, very
far side. They'll hand it off to Gilbert again. He'll plow through the line and gets held up at the 10-yard line. And so that'll be a gain of 2, and now it'll be 3rd and 5.
I wouldn't be surprised. Now Anthony is coming onto the field. I wouldn't be surprised if we see an Anthony Aponte slant or
Nathan pass slant.
Right. And that's what we saw on the Nathan Schuessler big play we saw right before this play.
Right on either side.
What a absolute play 7-0 lead here.
If this game continues the way it is, the Panthers are in good shape. What a way to start the game. A defensive stop in the red zone followed by an 80-yard touchdown drive to start off this game. And the Panthers are up 7-0. So now River Bluff comes back on the field, and they have to try to,
And now, instead of 7-0, it could have been 7-3 this drive for River Bluff.
And not only that, but also not as much momentum squarely on the side of Carolina Forest. Because
big penalty call here, because if it's on Carolina Forest, that could give River Bluff a freak 1st down.
Or at least another opportunity.
Yeah.
It's going to be on the offense, and that will be declined.
Yeah, penalties declined.
So it'll be 4th and 11.
And the punt team is
they're going to punt it.
This defense, oh my goodness.
Where has this defense been over the last 2 weeks?
No, you want to be honest?
River Bluff a 1st down.
Oh, no. So it looked like they signaled running into it. And the NFL they do. If you run into the plant leg of a punter,
it's
then
a
it's
roughing,
and that's a free 1st down. If you run into the upward leg, it's running into
the kicking leg.
I don't know.
I don't know, but
maybe he saw what I saw and a very weird snap on the punt, and he doesn't want a chance because that was very close to being blocked.
Yeah, true.
That's why there was a running into the punter.
So the Panthers will start with the ball on their own 27-yard line. Shotgun set, 2 wide on either side.
1st and 10 from the 27-yard line.
River Bluff in their traditional 3-4 defense.
And along with that 3-4, they're very little safety help. They have
the safeties are up only less than 10 yards deep. Saylor motions. He'll hand it off to Zion Gilbert. He'll break through the 1st level, but get taken down at the 2nd. At the 34-yard line. And so that'll be a gain of
4 corners for the game for River Bluff are sitting 10 yards back.
Yeah.
They are sitting at the 9 yards because they're at the first down marker. They're not going to allow anything over the or.
So you may want to go with a slant route right here. Shotgun set, 2 wide on either side. Saylor takes a snap, 3-step drop, looking down the middle. Now dumps it off to Zion Gilbert, and he bobbles it. His drive gets derailed here. And you'd have to imagine with where they are on the field that they're going to punt it, and they will.
Although with your quarterback as your punter, you always have the chance.
Oh,
high snap. Oh, no.
And that's going to roll all the way to the 7-yard line. The ball's still on the ground, and the Gators fall on it, and River Bluff will get the ball in less than the 10-yard line.
Wow. Did they not score on it?
Oh, no, they did. Okay, they actually scooped it up and scored. Momentum swings wide River Bluff's favor with less than 5 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Just unfortunate right there. And what a difference that Zion Gilbert drop makes.
Yeah.
Because they probably go for it if that is caught.
Even if they don't get the first down, if it's 4th and short. The extra point is up and good. And just like that, with 4.8 seconds left to go in the first quarter, we are all tied up. And now, we were talking about momentum earlier with the Panthers getting the defensive stop and then the score. Now the offense just needs to put that botch snap. What was working earlier were Saylor takes the snap, play action, throws it to the far side, and it is caught.
Incomplete. Nice and easy snap here.
Yeah, just get it to Saylor. There we go. Perfect snap.
And good punt.
And a great punt.
Keep rolling.
As they will, River Bluff will let it roll, and it will roll out of bounds at around they'll mark it at the 28-yard line.
What a punt.
Yeah.
He punted that from the This defense is doing their job.
Yeah, the defense is playing very well tonight. So, put faith in your defense. So River Bluff will start with the ball on the 28-yard line. Shotgun set, 3 wide on the knee. So it'll be 2nd and 5. Renardo Parks with the open field tackle. The snap. They'll run a speed option, fake pass. They'll pitch it out to Johns. Johns got the corner, and he's still on his feet. Finally gets pulled down by a couple of Panthers at the 38-yard line, and that'll be enough for a River Bluff first down.
This is a Ryan. They get the ball back to start the second half. This could be a completely different ball game in about 8:37.
And this is why I always say you defer.
And the kick is up and good.
Number 28, Radio.
Because now, instead of having to worry about, if the game's tied, the Gators taking the lead to start the second half, the Panthers, if they can even tie it up, they can take the lead to start off the second half.
Yeah.
So 14-7 with just a little over 8:30 left to go in the first half.
This is a big drive right here.
Yeah.
For all of the reasons that we just said, you have to and on top of that, you have to regain momentum.
Yes, exactly, because right now the momentum is squarely on the side of River Bluff between the fumble recovery for the touchdown, and then the score on this drive, the stop on the previous drive. The Gators are in complete control as of right now. As the kickoff is up, and they will take it off a bounce at the 10-yard line. Owen Hall trying to find a lane. Oh, no, Aponte. And he will get taken down at the 23-yard line.
This is, look, I like, the one thing that we saw from the Thunder game was Anthony Aponte returning kicks, and I like that they've stuck with him being back there. Just his explosiveness on any given return, he can take it to the house.
So the Panthers will start with the ball at the 23-yard line. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the near side. Sailor takes the snap, play action pass, throws it on a slant route to Schussler, and he leaps up and makes the catch for a gain of only 3. Gain of 5. Gets it out to the 28-yard line.
And that's great focus to make that catch.
Yeah.
He got hit as soon as he caught it.
But I think that's the key. Those types of plays have been what have been working for the Panthers.
Right.
So they just need to keep on going to that. But not be too reliant on it to where the defenders
cornerbacks are already reading it
start
very well.
to jump it. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the far side. They'll hand it off to
Johnson.
Khalil Johnson, and he finds a wide open lane and gets taken down at the 48-yard line. And that'll be enough for a Tony McAfee State Farm Carolina Forest first down. And I think that's the most explosive.
Very spotty before the injury, but since the injury, I think that you are right. That is the most explosive we've seen him. And if we can get a 2 running back, fire and ice.
Get that 2-headed monster
Right.
again. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the near side. Sailor hands it off to Johnson. Johnson this time gets held up in the backfield for a loss of 1.
Yeah. That's where I would have gone with Zion. Zion's the more inside the tackles runner. But, you know, Khalil Johnson makes 1 cut and breaks that. That's completely different. I'm saying a completely different story. Although, second and long, as much as we talk about the defense being great in second and long, the offense has not necessarily been good unless they've gone with a deep shot into the connect, and Mark Morris has trusted the offense enough.
Can I just say real quick, this me being the band guy that I am, playing the Florida chant at this game isn't exactly the smartest call.
Scotty's going to take a power option. He's going to break through, and he's going to get all the way down to the 34-yard line. That was just a QB power. We weren't even we were still waiting on the play call from the sideline, and all of a sudden Scotty
just took it. And that'll be enough for another Tony McAfee State Farm Carolina Forest first down, and this Panther offense is driving once more. They're going to mark him down at the 33-yard line.
And that was a great run by Scotty. And when you have as many people as we can run out of the backfield, that is what happens because the defense can't focus on all of them.
Shotgun set, 2 wide on the near side. They'll hand it off to Johnson. Johnson finds a hole and plows forward to the 28-yard line for a gain of 6.
And a really fair situation. Yeah. It seems to be whenever we get into third and medium, second and medium, we always have something that
everyone's a little too antsy.
Right.
Shotgun set, 2 wide on the near side.
Owen Hall, who's been running a lot of medium routes the past couple weeks, or intermediate routes, I should say, he is on the far side alone on that side.
And Anthony Aponte in the slot. Sailor takes the snap, play action pass. He throws it deep, trying to go to Hall, and
incomplete.
He is not able to get it, but
there is a flag.
There's going to be a pass interference call.
And you want to know why this is going to be called? The defender never got his head around to play the football, and that's going to be a pass interference and set up the Panthers with a
There was a flag on the play.
second down?
Yeah.
Second down.
Hayden Mustakim with the penalty called on him. He was the cornerback that was covering Owen Hall.
Oh no, it'll be a first down.
Yeah.
I'm something else today.
Yeah.
But
so that'll move the Panthers all the way up to the 16-yard line. 15-yard line, actually. That's coming. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the near side. And a flag is thrown. And we'll wait to see what the call is.
What?
Flag is waved off.
Oh,
what in the world?
A flag was thrown by the ref, and then he waved off.
What in the actual world? Now they're going to do it again. Is he going to throw a flag? No.
Saylor takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson blows through the hole and gets close to the first down. And he'll get taken down and it'll be a 2nd and 3.
And now it's 2nd down, but you're at the 12, 13-yard line. Now you bring in Zion Gilbert, which they have, and he's the more go get some yards, and you'll get to the end zone eventually.
So they'll bring in Gilbert now. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the near side.
It also seems like they're trying to run as much clock down to give River Bluff not
enough time to do anything before the half end. Saylor takes the snap, 3-step drop, looking near side, throws it into the corner of the end zone, and
touchdown.
It's caught.
What a toe tap.
I couldn't tell
goodness.
who that was. That Schuessler?
That is Anthony.
Yeah, it was Anthony Aponte.
So I was trying to see it through your window.
Yeah.
And all I saw was him have 1 foot out of like kind of sitting out of bounds, like hovering over, and 1 foot
right on the line.
What a catch by Anthony Aponte. That is some toe drag swag.
Is that a you got mossed level?
Nah, that was just a really well thrown ball. Usually when you get a you got mossed, it's a poorly thrown ball and the wide receiver goes and gets. That was just a really good throw and a really good catch by Anthony Aponte.
The extra point is up and good, and with 4:12 left to go in the half, we are all tied up at 14.
And on top of that, if Carolina Forest gets a 3-and-out like we've already seen their defense able to do,
you have the chance of scoring.
Scoring again.
If Mark Morris chooses to do so.
They're going to move it to 14?
And with 4:12 left in the first half,
Am I?
Tripping? Are tied.
Add the point, please.
14 all.
Come on. 14.
Action pass, trying to flip it out to the flat, and it's caught by Johns. He tries to stiff arm one man and gets pushed out of bounds.
Number 81.
Oh, actually, take that back. That was Blaine Blouse who made that catch.
Number 56.
The tight end.
And we've seen him featured multiple times, and he was just kind of slipping out of that tight end spot and just a little dump off, and that's a big gain right there.
And that'll be a first down for the Gators. He'll be marked down at the 36-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 36. Shotgun set, 3 wide on the far side. High snap, they'll hand it off to Johns. Johns tries to get through the line, and he does, and falls forward to the 46-yard line, just in front of the first down markers. They will say he is just short, so it'll be 2nd and inches. Oh, no, they're going to give him the first down.
Second down. It is second down. You're right.
Oh, okay. It looked like
wait. What in the world?
Yeah,
they were signaling, but
the first down markers were delayed in moving.
Right.
The chain gang was delayed.
And, they're going to move the play clock back up. But defense has to be stout here.
Yeah.
Defense can't give up a touchdown here right before half.
3:40 left to go in the half. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the near side. Snap, hands it off to Johns. Johns breaks it to the near side. Still on his feet, spins out of a tackle, and gets pulled down at the 38-yard line. That'll be enough for another River Bluff first down.
This is looking like tackling from last year.
You know what this game reminds me of defensively? It reminds me of the Oceanside game with Von Blue.
It does. But if you remember, we saw Von Blue on 3 straight drives in the second half.
True.
It's going to be the defense stepping up in the second half.
Shotgun set, 3 wide on the far side. They'll run play action pass, lofting it into the air, and it's caught by the tight end. Still on his feet, breaks a tackle, and he'll step along the sideline into the end zone for a touchdown. Blaine Blouse with the catch and the run for the touchdown.
What in the world was that? It looked like there was no effort on that.
No.
I don't know who that last person was, and it's probably better that we don't.
Yeah.
There was no effort given.
That looked like last year's tackling.
It did, and it almost looked like he was trying to force him out instead of getting the actual tackle. That was not how you want to go. Now, the only benefit of that, though, is
that the Panthers get the ball
to
back with 2:54 to score again.
Right. As the extra point is up and through, and we have a 21-14 game. And the offense coming back on the field, we saw how quickly they scored. Now can they do it again?
Yeah. So with 2:54 left to go in the half, River Bluff up by 7, 21-14. But like you mentioned, Panthers now get the ball back. They can score while leaving very little time left on the clock for River Bluff to do anything offensively. The offense cannot afford to slip up on any drive.
But it's also looking like Carolina Forest, whoever gets a stop first, is going to win this game.
Yeah. Whoever's able to stop the offense of the other team is going to win this game. The kick is up, and it will be fielded at the 8-yard line. Taking it out is Owen Hall, and he will get taken down at the 26-yard line.
There's a punt on that one.
Oh, that was a punt.
Yeah. So I know this isn't a game that really care about, but it is a region game.
Okay.
Somerville, Conway, deep into the first half. What do you think the score is?
21-0 Somerville.
You are close. 28-0 Somerville.
I was off by one touchdown.
One touchdown. But
I gave Conway the benefit of the doubt. Shotgun set, 2 wide on either side. Sailor takes the snap, hands it off, and fumble. Sailor's able to pick it up and just falls to the ground at the 20-yard line, and that will be a loss of 6, and that is not good. However, for the Panthers.
We have seen that Scotty has learned from his
yeah, you're right. It's third down. So
right.
Shotgun set, 3 wide on the far side. Sailors takes a snap. He'll hand it off and get stuffed in the back.
Again, the offense has to be better all around. And there's going to be a timeout from River Bluff. That's smart.
And, yeah, with 1:51 left to go in the half, they could run
clock.
They could run a 2-minute drill and potentially, especially depending upon where they get the ball here, considering the Panthers will be punting from their own 16. Well, really from their own
like 6.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they could run a 2-minute drill and make this a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that would not. And we said it was going to be whoever's defense makes a stop first. And currently, River Bluff is on 3 straight.
River Bluff just did that in a big way.
Right.
3 and out and leaving 1:51 left on the clock. Big moment. With Blouse's size, it seems like he's basically like, you know, either Tony Gonzalez or Rob Gronkowski, where he just, it doesn't matter what you do. He's just going to still make plays.
River Bluff only has 2 timeouts, though. That could also play a big
factor.
Well,
they just took that timeout
but,
to
I mean, for their offensive
drive, but also got to think, you know, clock stops on first downs.
Right.
As the punt is
up.
Another good punt. And it's Muff, but he is able to pick it up, and they're going to...
Why did they... He called for a fair catch, but he didn't catch it. That is horrible.
Yeah. So he Thomas Powell muffed the punt and then put his hand up after he picked it up. And
no. He put his hand up before, but muffed the punt.
Well, yeah, but then he also, like, while he was about to be tackled, like, I guess he, like, called himself down.
That was horrible. Either way.
River Bluff will start with the ball at their own 36-yard line.
Got to keep an eye on number 81 wherever he is on the field.
He more than likely will be in the tight end position. The run play action, they actually do hand it off to Cooper Johns, and this time the Panthers defense is ready for him and stuff him right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to actually say he lost a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ball's on the 34-yard line.
I'm not saying we will, but if we do get the ball back, it'll be very interesting to see if Coach
considering there's only 1:20 left to go in the half, I doubt they try anything. Shotgun set, 3 wide on the far side. Snap, 3-step drop, looking near side, looking for a little floater to Cooper Johns, and that ball goes a little awry. Play on it anyway, but
R.J. Williams, however, on that side might have had a play on it, and it looked like he was. It looked like the quarterback for River Bluff was kind of throwing an out route to Williams.
Yeah.
That route was very well taken care of. Now a minute away, if the clock stops again on another incomplete pass, with 2 timeouts, with how explosive this offense has been at times, I would still venture on the side of going for something here. Because
I would have to agree, but we'll see.
Right.
Shotgun set, 3 wide on the far side. They'll run it to Johns. Johns finds a hole, still on his feet, spins out 1 tackle, and gets close to the first down marker. They'll mark him down at the 45-yard line, a yard short of the first down marker, and it looks like Carolina Forest did decide to call a timeout.
Oh, there's an injury
Oh,
timeout.
there's an injury.
Which means,
player
actually, River Bluff takes a timeout.
Yeah. So an injury for River Bluff.
Now, this is a big decision for River Bluff.
Yeah, on 4th and 1.
On 4th and 1, if you don't get it, you give Carolina Forest plus territory. If you, with only 59 seconds left, what do you really gain from getting it? Unless you get a big play on the 4th down.
The problem is, the issue, though, on that is that if they don't get it, then you give Carolina Forest the ball in their your territory.
That's what I'm saying. River Bluff could very well just punt this football and play field position for the final 59 for the final minute of this game, or if the defense makes a stop on this 4th down.
Yeah, the offense is coming out for River Bluff. Okay, and a whistle is blown, and
what?
Not sure what they're calling here.
Did they say? Did they say the play clock? Because I saw him play clock, so I'm assuming it has something to do with how the play clock was set up. I don't know what they're talking about here. They're talking to both of the referees are talking to Coach Mark Morris on the near sideline.
So while we have this break, especially with you being a basketball guy, have you ever played any of the NCAA basketball video games?
I played 2K or what was the last one they made?
The 10.
10. That's I played that one, and was that the one with Kevin Durant when he was at Texas?
Yeah, or either that one or 09.
It was 09.
Yeah.
09 was the one that I played. I want them to, if they're doing this all this NIL stuff, I want them to bring back the basketball games too.
But do you recognize the cadence that the band's playing?
Oh, I do. Oh no. I do remember. I do. It is bringing back some slight memories. Now the clock is running.
Yeah. What? Someone call a timeout?
Was the clock not moving on that previous?
Maybe.
Because it was definitely stopped in the field of play, but they stopped the clock for the injury. And then it should have ran when he blew the whistle.
Yeah.
But I don't think the ref blew the whistle.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. No, I'm talking about to start the clock again. Did he motion for
after the injury?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yeah, I saw him.
So then it was just a clock error.
Yeah. So River Bluff decided to take a timeout with 26.4 seconds left to go.
Are we finally going to get a play? Are we going to get a play?
This feels like the beginning of the game.
Yeah. This has just been ref ball at its finest. And they're in punting formation right now.
Yeah, so I guess they were trying to fake out the defense, see if they could catch them.
There's nobody back deep.
Offsides. Nope. Yeah, the Panthers are just going to go after this. Try to see if they can get a block. A little bit of a high snap. Almost got it. And this ball will just roll
to the 20
and stop dead at the 20-yard line. So the Panthers will have to drive 80 yards with 17.4 seconds left to go. I don't think they're going to do
it. It hurts. It hurts that they're not doing it.
So it looks like we will go into the half.
Yeah, they're just going to take it to go. Gosh darn it.
And there's some fans booing. I can hear it.
Right.
Woo. Panther fans want it. We are at the half here at Panther Stadium with the score River Bluff up by a touchdown, 21-14. And the Panthers will get the ball back to start the second half, but really need to get something going if they want to stay up with this River Bluff offense, which seems to continue to get hot. But before we move on, reception for 44 yards and his first touchdown as a Wofford Terrier. So congratulations to Kyle on the touchdown this week. Campbell is at Bryant, and Wofford is at Western Carolina. Coastal got a big win last night.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. I was at the game last night,
Oh,
actually.
were you?
I was at the game. The atmosphere was electric. App State Coastal Carolina
Yeah,
is probably my favorite rivalry in college football right now. And it's not like the most prestigious.
No,
but
not by a long shot.
Like, the hatred that those two opposing fan bases have for each other is absolutely insane.
River Bluff, they have 3 players at the next level, all from the 2020 graduating class. Braden Walker at the Citadel. Braden Walker and Tyson Trottier both at the Citadel. Kendall Long at Syracuse. Last week, Braden Walker had 9 rushes for 23 yards. This week, Citadel hosting Chattanooga, and Syracuse travels out to Pittsburgh. Looking around at the other games and the potential matchup for everyone in the region, going around the region, like we mentioned earlier, winner of this game will face off against the winner of Goose Creek against West Ashley. Still haven't been able to find a score on that one. We'll see if we can.
Yeah, it's like they're playing in the dark.
So we'll see.
The St. James Berkeley game, however, you mentioned to me while we were off the air for halftime, for a little halftime break. St. James 6, Berkeley nothing.
So,
but what's crazy about that is we probably should have had something. Me and us and Berkeley would not be that close. That's all I'm saying.
No, not at all. And some other scores around the region. I had the.
Oh my gosh.
Sumter is.
I literally was just looking at it. Go ahead.
Sumter is tied with Chapin 14-all in the second quarter. Not sure if there's any. That was a few minutes ago.
I have one that's even crazier.
Okay.
They started 14-0. Chapin was up.
Wow. So that could be quite the upset between here in the playoffs, because Sumter, we know all well and good how good they are. But looking ahead to the second half, what do the Panthers need to do in order to get back into this game? I mean, they're only down by a touchdown, but we were talking about it off the air at the break. It feels like this game should be, more.
Right. It should be. We have not played well enough to warrant a.
Okay, there we go.
Holy Jesus. But yeah, 21-0. So we most likely, if we win, we go to Goose Creek, barring something absolutely crazy in that game.
River Bluff had 5 of 10 for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. Rushing wise, Zion Gilbert 7 attempts for 30 yards. Khalil Johnson 6 attempts for 27 yards. Scott Saylor 1 attempt for 20 yards. And apparently Quavius Drawn got a carry that we didn't see, but it went for -3 yards, so maybe that was why. Receiving, Nathan Schusler, 3 receptions for 44 yards and a touchdown. Looking about, as we are about 4.5 minutes away from the beginning of the second half, what can the Panthers do to get the momentum back?
Score here.
Yeah, well,
score here.
Yes, that's going to be the key start.
Score here, get a stop, and at that point, possessions in this game warrant the score of 21 from River Bluff. We'll score along with it. which is why they've had ample opportunities, the River Bluff offense, to score touchdowns.
Are you having fun there?
I'm really having fun. Party in the USA is one of those songs that no matter what is going on around me, I always sing. It just kind of is what it is. So just going into the second half, I think it's going to be interesting to see how the Cal Forest offense responds to kind of a up and down first half. It's going to be very interesting to see how they move on from that first half.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the second half because, like we talked about earlier, the first half was a pendulum swing game.
It was.
It was Panthers got that big stop on the first drive and then proceeded to score. It looked like the Panthers were in control, and then the muffed punt, the botched snap, and that led to the River Bluff score on the recovery. And then the momentum swung wildly back over to River Bluff. And then it seemed like the Panthers were starting to get some momentum back.
No one team outside of probably the first, as JJ tried to just doink the kick, it was like the very top of the upright, but he's kicking it from the dang 32.
Is it a double doink?
It was not a double doink.
It was not a double doink.
He's not Cody Parkey.
Okay.
But either way, I think no team really had momentum outside of the first 5 minutes for Carolina Forest. It just feels like anyone could have this game at any point, and this is a very up in the air type of game.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Don's in the passing game. They go to Blaine Blouse.
Team on Blaine Blouse and have one guy on everybody else. But make sure you stop the run game first and foremost, because that's what's really killing you.
Yeah, that's going to be the key. Is they're just going to need to get some stops.
Yeah.
It's funny, and you even mentioned it in the after the second stop was bend but don't break. Defenses do break eventually.
Right.
And the Panther defense certainly has broken for a couple of drives, and now they need to get back to where they were in the beginning of this game. And one other thing to take into consideration, and this has been something that has plagued the Panthers all season, has been fatigue in the second half.
And again, it's I don't know they start bad, they end up being well, i.e. the Oceanside game. If the offense can just score, this defense, the running backs are going to get tired of getting ridden like this eventually. This is going to be a war of attrition.
Yes.
This is not going to be a war of who gets the bigger plays. This is not going to be a game of who gets the lucky breaks. This is going to be a game of just inches and attrition, and every play is going to be fought in the trenches, and that's not a game that Carolina Forest is really equipped to be playing, but it's going to be how they're going to have to win this football game.
And we were talking about it before. I pulled the stats back up. The only other reception was an 8-yard reception by Stephen Collier.
Right.
So that's the only other player, and it was one reception.
Right.
So the Panthers, if they can start stopping Blouse and Cooper Johns, I think they can do something.
I think you're going to get enough stops if you stop those two players where it'll be all right.
Yeah. As both teams coming back out on the field and starting to warm up, and
got 40 seconds till kickoff. This is going to be a huge opening drive, though, for Carolina Forest. If their offense can't score here, that's going to put you way behind the 8 ball going forward.
Yeah.
we're riding solo here at Carolina Forest High School.
But now, obviously, this game isn't over. But if this is the last game of the season, where do you put this season? Like, it's been such a roller coaster ride.
In terms of how long? Like, are we talking about the last, since you've been here, since?
No, I'm
total?
just saying, like, how do you rate this season? Was it a good season?
If this is the last game of the season, I think it will have left a lot to be desired.
Yes.
It'll feel like a disappointment, even though statistically speaking, we probably had a better year than we did last year.
Yes, we did.
So, I don't know. I think it'll feel like a disappointment because we saw some of the flashes in the pan of what it could have been.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you still can't underscore a playoff appearance
Yes, of course.
in any sport.
Sparks Toyota, Hanley's Pub, Logan's Roadhouse, and Conway Medical Center.
So both teams starting to come out on the field. Panthers will receive the kickoff and start on offense to start the second half.
Someone used a little bit too much Axe. I can smell it. Axe body spray is prevalent.
Oh, yes.
But the Carolina Forest sideline getting hyped.
Yeah.
Ready for this kickoff.
And that's something else that needs to happen as the kickoff is up and we are underway in the second half, and that'll fly out of the end zone for a touchback. And that's something that's going to need to happen to help the Panthers is the black hole needs to get loud.
Black hole needs to get loud, but at the same time, the offense has to give them a reason to get loud.
Well, yes, of course.
That is one of those things where you have to give them a reason to go get loud.
So Panthers will start the ball on their own 20-yard line. Shotgun set, 2 wide on either side.
And one thing that we've been pointing out all day, the safeties are within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, and the cornerbacks are basically in a line.
Yeah.
Because the cornerbacks are playing 7 yards
back,
off.
yeah. Saylor takes the snap, will run speed option, pitches it out to Gilbert, and he gets taken down after a gain of 4.
Not a bad run there.
No.
It's just a simple first down run. You just get some yards, and you put yourself ahead of the down distance for second down.
But even if you know, even if you're thinking it may come, how do you even prepare for it? I want to see Carolina Forest go with that fake
speed option
pass. Shotgun set, 3 wide on the far side. 3-step drop for Saylor. He'll throw it down the middle, and it's caught by Alec Youngblood. Stood up right at the line of scrimmage. They will say he got 1 yard.
See, I don't get that. Why run up the middle with Khalil Johnson?
Yeah.
You did that all before the injury, and you saw how stagnant the offense was at that point. I don't necessarily get that play call. Go ahead.
They'll try again here at 2nd and 9. Shotgun set, 2 wide on either side. Saylor motions and takes the snap. Hands off to Khalil Johnson. This time he gets an open lane and blasts through the line and gets up to the 40-yard line for a gain of 8. And it'll now be 3rd and 1.
And now you got Zion. Coming in.
Yep.
Obviously your power back. You gotta. I just say feed him. If you're gonna bring him in, why not feed him?
Yeah.
Unless of course they stack the line.
And then maybe go play action.
Or hey, play action slant like we've seen a million times already.
Shotgun set, 1 wide on either side.
Even a speed option would probably be good against this type formation of the defense like they are in right now.
Saylor hands it. Oh, no, he goes read option, and he keeps it himself and gets taken down at the 29-yard line, but that'll be enough for another Tony McAfee State Farm Carolina Forest first down.
Great first down.
Yeah.
Great first down. I like that play call.
Yeah.
Because you see Zion come in.
You're expecting him to get the ball.
Everyone in the stadium assumes it's going to him, and a midline read option following right behind Zion, who's basically an extra blocker on that play.
Yeah.
That's a great play call right there, and I don't say that very often.
Yeah. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the near side. Sailor takes a snap, 3-step drop, looking near side, throws it over the head and a long throw. I don't know where. I think there was some miscommunication there because that was thrown well over the head of Nathan Schuessler, and it didn't even seem like he was going on a go route there.
Well, he was, but he also kind of got like there's some hand fighting.
So he got stopped.
He got kind of stopped, and it just threw the timing of the playoff. Now I would want to see a speed option here. You need any type of yardage you can possibly get, and you gotta make it third and manageable.
Shotgun set, 2 wide on the near side, along with the tight end. They'll hand it off to Gil. Oh no! Scott keeps it himself and gets. Oh, he stays inbounds and steps out of. Oh no, they're gonna mark him out of bounds at the 17-yard line, but there is a flag and it's a holding.
Wow.
But that read option, it seems to be working because you've already established the run with Zion Gilbert.
Right.
And so, hey, mix it up.
Mix it up a little bit, and that's a very unfortunate penalty there. Self-inflicted injury or self-inflicted wounds is not what you want as you're trying to get back into a game.
And we talked about it earlier. Penalties hurting both teams in crucial situations, but more so for the Panthers recently.
Now at 2nd and 20. This is going to be you're going to have to get a few big plays on this drive to get back into 1st and 10 territory.
2nd and 20 from the 39-yard line. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the far side. Now he motions Aponte over to the near side. They'll run the fake speed option, throw it across his body to Owen Hall, and he makes the catch, but only gets 2. And he'll get marked down at the 37-yard line.
So, and it's interesting because I was bringing up J.J. Chaddock for kind of no reason at halftime practicing the field goals. But if you get to the original line of scrimmage, this could be J.J. Chaddock field goal territory.
Shotgun set, 3 wide on the far side. Sailor getting the call from the sideline. Takes a snap, 5-step drop, looking for the screen pass, and it gets deflected. Great job right there by number 51, Drew Surratt, who played that screen perfectly.
See, this is no man's land here.
Yeah.
You're 4th and 17, but you're also at your own 37.
Yeah.
So,
River Bluff's 37.
River Bluff 37. Yeah, you're right. So you can't kick a field goal from here. You don't necessarily want to punt because that's not a great change of field position.
So they're going to go for it. Shotgun set, 3 wide on the far side. Now they'll move Youngblood over to the near side. Snap, 3-step drop for Sailor. He'll look deep, and it is caught by Nathan Schuessler for the touchdown!
What a throw and catch. So we talk about Russell Wilson but on the Seahawks, not on the Denver Broncos. I don't know what that is. But the Seahawks, Russell Wilson, the moon shot, just to drop it in the breadbasket. What a throw. On 4th and 17.
Yeah.
The clutch gene, he's got that dog in him. Makes me laugh because that's what we could have been seeing all season long. But we just weren't.
Yeah.
Panther Athletics.
So the Panthers, that's a big momentum swing for the Panthers, getting that touchdown on a 4th and a mile.
And now the defense has to be electrified and go out and go get a stop.
And now the key is for the defense to get a stop on this first drive for River Bluff in the second half. And,
I'm trying to find a score for any other game that we really care about. I can't really find anything. I want to know, do we see another J.J. Chaddock deep kick?
I hope so.
I hope so. It's
the Goose Creek West Ashley second half just started with Goose Creek up 21-0.
And it's a pooch kick fielded at the 23-yard line, taken out. And he's going to make one guy miss, but get stuffed up right after that, right around the 35, maybe give or take a yard. And it'll be at the 35. So you give and take a yard, and you are where they are at the 35-yard line. Defense has to get a stop here.
Yeah. This cannot become a back-and-forth game. The defense has to make a stand. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the near side.
River Bluff looking at the sideline. 10 seconds to go on the play clock.
Murray getting the play call. Actually, they'll go pistol. Murray gets the call. He'll pitch it to Johns real quick. He'll break through the line, and he'll get a gain of 3. That was an interesting little play. You don't really see a flip to the back behind you like that.
Yeah.
On an inside run, at least. If it's like a sweep run, maybe you see the flip.
But not. Yeah, that was in the pistol, too.
Yeah.
That just looked very, very weird. But good job by the defense not being fooled and only holding it to a gain of 2.
So they'll go shotgun set, 2 wide on the far side. Now they'll move the wide receiver out. They'll go fake screen handoff to Cooper Johnson. He gets held up right at the line of scrimmage, and they will say he did get back to the line.
No, they're gonna push him back half a yard.
So it'll be 3rd and 8.
And this is where you guard Blouse out in the flat.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way this is a passing situation. That's the only way they're going to get a first down in a pass. You got to account for Blouse coming out of that tight end spot. And he's actually lined up in the slot on this play.
Shotgun set, 2 wide on either side. Murray takes a snap, 0-step drop, and passes it up the middle, incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And that's good defense. And River Bluff's punt team's coming out. They were a little hesitant on that one. The offense kind of stayed on the field for half a second longer than I thought they were going to. I thought they might go for it, but punt team's going to come out, and that was a big stop by the defense. Yeah,
that is a big stop in this game. And one thing that was kind of surprising, they didn't try to go to Blouse there. They tried to go to Alejandro's Ambrose. As the punt unit comes out.
Low snap.
Trip Bryant gets the punt off, and the Panthers will let it bounce. It takes a Panther bounce.
Well, it hit number 13.
Yeah.
It hit number 13 on the roll, and it stopped all the momentum, and it could have very well gone farther than that. But instead, it'll be at the 35-yard line.
So Lane Heldreth making a bit of a
Panther
mental mistake.
Yeah. But now the offense has a chance to do exactly what the game plan was going into the second half. Score, stop, score, and have the lead with probably close to the end of the third quarter. Yeah, the end of the third quarter.
Got 6.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the near side. Motion Aponte near side to far side. Saylor takes a snap, speed option, pitches out quickly to Zion Gilbert. He's got a lane, and he'll get the first down, and Moore gets dragged down from behind at the 49-yard line. That'll be enough for a Tony McAfee State Farm Carolina Forest first down. They'll actually mark him all the way back at the 47.
What?
Kind of surprised that they didn't at least give him the 48.
That's a weird spot.
Yeah.
But either way, great run by Zion Gilbert. Getting him out into space. Getting the running backs out into space is what has worked all year, and I don't know why we haven't gone to it more.
Shotgun set, 3 wide on the near side. Saylor takes the snap, goes speed option again, pitches it out to Khalil Johnson this time.
He dragged him down late.
And he'll get pushed out. This time they do pitch out to Khalil Johnson. Johnson's got a lane. He's going down the sideline. He's got one man to beat. Still on his feet. And they will mark him out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
He was you can't see my hand right now, but he was probably the hairs on my chin away from staying inbounds. What a great run by Khalil Johnson right there.
Yeah, that was a great run. Far side, they'll hand it off to Zion Gilbert, and he will be held up at the line of scrimmage. They will give him 1 yard, but that is all.
And you're going to have runs like that. You can't expect every single
You're not going to
play.
have an explosive run on every play.
Right, but when my issue with it is if you have a string of 0 to 2 to 3 yard runs
You have
in
to
a row,
switch it up.
You have to switch it up.
Shotgun set, 3 wide on the far side. Saylor takes the snap, 3-step drop, looking deep, and
Touchdown.
it is caught!
That's Anthony Aponte.
Anthony Aponte with the...
That's a you got Moss.
Not really a corner route, but like kind of a...
It was a fade
Yeah, it was
route.
a fade route. And he leaps up and makes a spectacular catch for the touchdown to give the Panthers the 27-21 lead.
He's not big enough.
Nope.
Anthony is too athletic. That was a you got.
Is relatively small. He's only 5'6".
And J.J. Chag's going to get the extra point to stretch this to a 7-point lead. Say it with me. You got Moss. That was a head-tapping play right there by Scotty. And a great catch by Anthony Aponte.
So with 4.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter, it is 28-21 Panthers. And just like that, 3 drives and the momentum is squarely back in Panthers' hands.
But do you remember the last time we said the momentum was squarely in the Panthers' hands?
Yes. I mean, not quite at this point, but we talked about it last week. If they score again without River Bluff scoring and they get a 2-possession lead, that is the point where you say you can't get complacent because those 2-point leads are brutal.
Ian Garrett must be getting hate for his picks pregame as J.J. Chag's going to squib a kick, and he's going to return it at the 25-yard line. Makes one guy miss. He's going to break through, but he will get stood up at the 42-yard line. But he tweeted out, for everyone sending me messages about my picks, I do these for fun. That's all he did. Just a reminder, he picked River Bluff to beat Carolina Forest 40-35 in this one.
Yeah.
That's just a side note. But, again, this defense, if they get another stop here and they give this offense a chance to go up by 14, that will be huge. As shotgun set, both backs in the game with 2 on the far side, wide receivers-wise, and 1 on the near side.
Yeah, they'll run the 2 running back set again. Takes the snap, hands it off to Johns. Johns tries to find a lane on the outside, still on his feet, and finally gets pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Cooper Johns. Pushed out of bounds by number 56, Manning Hit. Looks like there's a flag on the play.
There is a flag, though.
I couldn't tell. All 22 bodies were right there at the point of attack, and both sides doing the pointing game on this.
Yeah,
one.
saying, no, it's on them. It's on them. Thing in the third quarter. And
Face mask
it will
on
be
the
a fat.
Panthers.
Yep. So that'll move River Bluff into Panther territory, put them at the Panthers' 40-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line of Carolina Forest.
This is going to be a big possession for Carolina Forest defense. Just to see if they can continue to bend but don't break in the second half.
Shotgun set, 2 running backs in the backfield, 2 wide on the near side. Snap, they'll hand it off. Oh, no, they'll run the triple option, and keeping himself in being pushed forward for a gain of a couple is Parker Murray. He gets a gain of 4 on that run. Gets stopped at the...
Into a 3rd and long situation.
Tried to get it to Stephen Collier on a bit of a just like a hitch route and just was not able to make the catch. A little underthrown by Murray.
And you see why they go to the running game a lot more than they do the passing game.
This is not Kyler Murray.
Not Kyler Murray. I heard not Kyler Murray. Now this is another place where you got to find Blouse
Yeah.
and just make sure he's covered.
And he is set up at the tight end position. Rolling out is Murray, trying to look, and the Panthers defense gets him with a big sack.
Is that Manning hit on that?
What number was it?
I can't tell that he's been to. That was Manning hit.
Yeah.
Manning hit on this.
Oh, no, it was
No. Who?
Riker Roberts.
That is a name we have not called all year, but he comes up in a big spot to get that sack right there. What a play right there. And I apologize for saying who. We just hadn't called the name all year.
Yes.
Or the jersey number.
Yes. So the Gators will punch it away. The punt is up, calling for a fair catch, and catching it at the 15-yard line is Nathan Schusler.
So, second half drives, score, stop, and now pending.
Another score.
And hey, mind you, it'd also be a 21-0 run for Carolina Force if they do score a touchdown here.
They'll start at their own 16. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the near side. Saylor takes a snap, 2-step drop, now rolls out to his left, looking. He'll hold on to it and keep it himself. He's got a wide open field, and he'll just step out of bounds at around the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 28-yard line, or excuse me, 29-yard line.
If that doesn't show progression as a quarterback, I don't know what does. He
Yeah.
slid out to his left, realized there was nothing open on that side, and had a lot of green grass in front of him, and just took the yards and got the first down.
Yeah, got another Tony McAfee State Farm Carolina Forest first down. Yeah, that was a great play. And they'll give him the 31-yard line. So they'll give him a gain of 2.
And I am very impressed in seeing Scotty's development this year.
Yeah.
And I think it started at the Somerville game. Forcing stuff, and part of the Sumter game, forcing stuff to Nathan Schusler and forcing stuff downfield was not necessarily working. So what did he do? He changed what he did. He changes what he's doing, and now he is taking what the defense gives him.
Yeah, exactly. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the far side. Saylor takes the snap, will roll out, now throws it across his body. High to Owen Hall, who leaps up and makes the catch. He gets past one man, down the sideline. He's gone! 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Owen Hall!
What a play. Just a simple screen pass. He had one man to beat. Everyone was on the other side of the field. Owen Hall was on the near side of the field. Everyone was on the far side. And he had one man to beat, and that's what he did. What a catch and run by Owen Hall. And one of the when we don't call his name often, but when we do, we prefer the touchdown.
Yeah. that was just up and good. And the Panthers are up 35-21 with 1:37 left to go in the third quarter.
What a screenplay right there. What a third quarter we are having right now.
And just as you mentioned it, a 21-0 run for the Panthers in this second half.
But it looks like maybe Scott Saylor has gotten the school record.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Ian Guerin posted it in his primer this morning that Scott Saylor was within striking distance of the school record for passing yards.
By Will Brunson.
Well, that just added to my my update tweet. But that is great for Scotty Saylor, and what a better time to do it.
So
I'm hoping that this season, because he was getting some looks, I'm hoping that he gets some D1 offers.
Right.
As the kicking unit comes out on the field, J.J. Chaddock puts it on the tee and gets ready to kick it off. The kick is up, and it will be caught in this third quarter.
It really is ridiculous.
Shotgun set, 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 wide receiver on either side. Murray getting the play call from the sideline, now gets set, and a whistle is blown. And then offsides on the defense?
What?
I didn't see anyone move, but
Looks like the Panthers lined up in the neutral zone.
I guess they lined up in the neutral zone. So that'll move the ball up to the 36 and give River Bluff a 1st and 5. Shotgun set, 2 running backs in the backfield. Murray takes a snap, play action pass, throws it up the middle, and it is caught by who else?
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise, Blaine Blouse. And he gets it all the way out to the 39-yard line. And that'll be enough for a River Bluff 1st down. They actually mark him at the 37-yard line.
And
so they're already in Carolina Forest territory.
What did we say? Just keep
Yeah.
Blaine Blouse under control, and you have a high chance of winning this
And now
game.
he's set in the slot, 3 wide on the near side, with Blouse on the closest. Now he'll set back up into the tight end position. So 2 wide on the near side. Snap, hands it off. Johns tries to plow through the middle of the line and pushes forward out to the 31-yard line for a gain of 6.
And what do we say? What do we say going into this game? The defense didn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
What I literally said at the beginning of the game, they're going to give up 28 to 31 points.
If they score right here, that's
Is
right
where
where
we're
you're at. Shotgun set, 3 wide on the near side. They'll run the play action pass. Oh, no, actually, I take that back. They do hand it off to Johns. Got fooled again, and he gets out to the 29-yard line.
And it'll be interesting. The game clock is lower than the play clock right now.
Yeah.
I'm assuming with how slow River Bluff is going, that'll probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter, and it doesn't look like they're in any hurry.
It looks like they're not going to try to run a play.
And we will switch sides. A 21-0 quarter for Carolina Forest. What a great play what a great quarter by the offense there.
Absolutely. As time expires on the 3rd quarter, we'll take a quick break and come right back with the 4th quarter. 35-21, Panthers in the lead here on the Carolina Forest Panther Football Network.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Tony McAfee, right here in Carolina Forest, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Tony and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Tony McAfee, it's easy to switch and save. Just give him a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Start of the 4th quarter as the Panthers try to keep this hot streak going. A 21-0 run in the 3rd quarter for the Panthers. And River Bluff driving, though, trying to cut this lead down to a 1-possession game again. And, I mean, as long as the Panthers continue doing what they've been doing, they should be good. But, again, like I talked about earlier, that 2-possession game is the scariest.
Right. And 3rd and 2 here. This is a big 3rd down here.
Yeah.
You stop them here and stop them on 4th down. You put your offense in a very good position.
Shotgun set, 2 running backs in the backfield, 3 wide on the far side. They'll hand it off to Johns. Johns finds a hole and gets the 1st down and more. Gets pulled down at the 20-yard line.
Just a simple off-tackle play, and that was way too easy on a 3rd and 2.
They'll mark him down at the 21-yard line. So that was enough for another River Bluff 1st down.
And now, if you're Carolina Forest, you got to find a way to stop them in the red zone again.
Yeah.
You've done it a couple times already. Now you got to do it again.
Shotgun set, 2 running backs in the backfield. Snaps, play action pass, throws it in onto the slant route, and it is caught by number 9, Thomas Powell. And that'll be right at the, I think it's past the 1st down marker. There is a flag, however.
I think it's gonna be pass interference. Number 23.
It's great.
They're playing the penalty is declined. It was pass interference.
Okay. Wow. I guess it wouldn't have moved them any further than where they got the 1st down.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a 1st down at the 10-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal for River Bluff.
1st and goal from the 10.
Shotgun set, 2 wide on the far side. Murray looking over to the sideline for the play.
You said he wasn't Kyler Murray. He might be taller than Kyler Murray right now.
Yeah, he may very well be. Snap, fake speed option one way, and it's on the ground, and the Panthers have it.
Number 6, R.J. Williams forced the fumble with the big hit. He came off the edge. Out.
And he just walloped Cooper Johns.
What a hit. You know, that reminds me, I'm a Seahawks fan, that reminds me of Cam Chancellor coming up. He's obviously played safety, but that reminds me, okay, Bobby Wagner, if you will. Coming off the edge and just laying a boomstick. That is how you get a stop in the red zone.
So I have an interesting question now that you've brought it up. How tall is Kyler Murray?
Oh, God. I have no clue.
Find out.
Short.
I'm curious.
Short. I know I'm taller than Kyler Murray, but I'm also 6'5".
Yes.
So.
Shotgun set. 2 wide on the near side. And a timeout will be called by the Panthers.
5'10".
A little miscommunication. So, Parker Murray is actually taller than Kyler Murray. He's 6 foot.
And he's also actually taller than Russell Wilson as well. Russell Wilson's 5'11". So, there you go. R.J. Williams right there. Actually just wallops. He wanted the players to be able to celebrate that.
True.
It probably took a little bit for them to get to change possessions right there.
So it will be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line for the Panthers with 11:05 left to go in the game. Panthers up by 14, 35-21.
If they score here, it very well could be the end of the game.
Yeah.
Because 3 possessions going in with probably about 8 minutes to go, 7 minutes to go would be a death blow.
Shotgun set, 2 wide on the near side.
Have all 5 touchdowns been passing touchdowns?
I believe so. I'll get that for you in a second. As they'll go read option, Saylor finds a hole in the middle of the defense, and he fumbles it, but they are able to recover it. And Saylor, Saylor is able to recover his own fumble and actually gets more yards as a result. Gets out to the 26-yard line, and that'll be enough for a Tony McAfee State Farm Carolina Forest first down.
Good. And we've been seeing it all game. The midline read option has been working very well for this Panthers offense.
Shotgun set, 2 wide on the far side. Saylor hands it off. This time Zion Gilbert tries to plow through the line and gets taken down at the 31-yard line for a gain of 5. Cameron Woodruff with the tackle.
Ball's on the 36-yard line. No, take that back, the 31-yard line.
So, yes, you are correct, by the way. I just looked it up. All of the touchdowns are all passing touchdowns.
If he's not player of the week, I don't know.
Oh, absolutely. As they'll hand it off to Zion Gilbert. Gilbert gets through the line and gets a gain of 5.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll mark him down just short of the first down marker. So it'll be 3rd and 1 from the 35-yard line.
3rd and a long one.
Saylor getting the call from the sideline. Shotgun set, 2 H-backs on the field.
What was the last time we saw that?
Yeah, they're going power here. They run the read option, midline read option, and Saylor gets the first down.
That's a great play.
Gets taken down at the 38-yard line. That'll be another Tony McAfee State Farm Carolina Forest first down. They actually mark him down at the 39. On to the 50-yard line. That'll be another Carolina Forest Tony McAfee State Farm first down.
So speaking of the fact that Scotty, all the touchdowns so far have been from Scotty, so 5 passing touchdowns today. What's the record for school? What's the school record for passing touchdowns in a game?
That I don't know.
Because I would be willing to bet it's closer to 6 or 7.
It probably is.
1st and 10 from the 49-yard.
And I'd assume a certain Garcia would be the person who holds that record.
Yes. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the far side. Saylor takes the snap, hands it off to Khalil Johnson, and he'll get held up right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of half a yard. Gets taken down at the 50-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and a long 10.
Read option. Another play-action deep shot might work, too. There's a lot of things that very well could work for Carolina Force here. And I think we're going to see probably a read option or a speed option here.
And it looks like right now as well, while the Panthers obviously would love to score, right now they're mostly just focused on running out the clock.
Right.
Shotgun set, 2 wide on the far side. They'll roll out Saylor. He'll throw it into the air on a comeback route, and Nathan Schuessler
play out of this playbook.
Yeah.
Just under 7 minutes here.
Saylor takes the snap, hands it off to Khalil Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, what else is there to really offensively? The running game hasn't been great,
but it's been effective enough.
It's been effective to where you have to look at it. You have to respect it.
Yeah.
And that's all you really need out of a run game when you have Scotty.
Up for another Tony McAfee State Farm Carolina Forest first down.
Dare I
and
say,
this offense is on fire right now.
Well, dare I say, is Hayden doing his best Bladen Blouse impression?
Yes.
And it's weird to say because Hayden just does not get used in the offense that much. But right there, found the soft spot in the zone, and with 5:45 to go, just keeps the clock moving.
Shotgun set, 2 wide on the near side. Aponte was very deep. They run the ball over to Zion Gilbert. He breaks through the lane and goes to the end zone for the score.
I think the chances of winning for River Bluff
is zip, not El Zilcho.
It was slim to none, and I think Slim just left the building.
Yes.
Slim wants to beat the traffic on this blowout. 5:31 to go. Zion with the rushing touchdown, the first one of the game, but what a great run.
28 unanswered points for the Panthers. Well, 27 right now. It will be 28 in a second.
Well, there's a
flag.
It
is. And there's a flag.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
I know. We'll see what the flag is. I think it's going to be an offsides anyway. What a turnaround in this game.
And we said the defense was going to give up 28-31, and if they do, the Carolina 14-6 with 10 minutes.
Kickoff is up, and it's actually a deep.
Are we doing?
So the Gators will take over at the 20-yard line. An interesting score in the Goose Creek game. It's 21-2. Somehow they got a safety.
All right, I'm going to go look at the Somerville football page just to make sure I can, or the Sumter football page, I should say.
Somehow West Ashley got a safety. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the near side. 3-step drop. They'll pass the screen pass out to Johns, and a great job coming from behind and making the tackle.
Gamecocks have scored 26 unanswered, go up 26-14 in the fog at Sumter.
Wow. Renardo Parks did a great job right there coming from behind to make the tackle on Johns, limiting that gain.
R.J. Williams and Renardo Parks are good friends outside of off the field, and they have been making big plays all night tonight.
Shotgun set, 2 wide on either side. They'll pass it far side out, trying to get it. Tried to get it to, surprise, Blaine Blouse, but it falls incomplete, and it'll be a 3rd and 7.
And with only 4 minutes to go, right under 5 minutes to go in the game, a stop here. Basically, I think the touchdown from Zion sealed it.
Pretty much sealed it anyway.
With the offense getting the ball back, it would literally just have to run the clock out.
Yeah. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the near side. Murray takes a snap, turns one way, now throws it across his body, and it's completed, but not going anywhere.
That was out of the Carolina Force playbook.
Yeah.
That was the fake screen to the near side, go to the far side on the screen, and that went absolutely nowhere.
Stephen Collier held up just past the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th and 5.
And they're gonna punt.
Yep.
And
That's
that's the
pretty
white
much
flag. And Carolina Force is gonna get out of here with a huge victory.
With a solid win.
And this will be the 10th
playoff victory in program history.
So big milestones reached tonight. 10th win in playoffs. Scotty breaking the all-time passing record for yards as the punt is out and away. It's going to be a line drive punt, and it's going to land at the 45 and take a River Bluff bounce all the way down to the 30.5-yard line, and that is where Carolina Forest offense will try to kill this clock. So we're going to go ahead and assume Goose Creek is our opponent next week.
Yes.
That is going to be exciting. We're going to be at Goose Creek for that one, and we're going to be
27-2 with 6:19 left to go in the game.
27-2 what?
Goose Creek.
20.
This is not Abbott and Costello.
Oh my goodness.
Who's on first? Shotgun set, one wide on either side. They'll hand it off to Zion Gilbert. He gets a lane and gets taken down at the 35-yard line for a gain of 4.
Tackled by number 10, Connor.
So yeah, pretty much this game's pretty much over. It seems like the Goose Creek game's pretty much over. So we will be traveling to Goose Creek next week for the second round matchup. And Goose Creek is a team that, the Panthers have played well in the past. So, even though they're a 1 seed, who knows? A couple of years ago, they were also a 1 seed, and the Panthers went on the road and beat them.
Mm-hmm.
So, shotgun set, one wide on either side. Snap, hands it off to Zion Gilbert. Gilbert gets a lane. He's got the first down and more. Carries a couple of Gators up to the 50-yard line for another Tony McAfee State Farm Carolina Forest first down.
If we're going to see this type of Zion Gilbert and garbage time, are we going to see a fight with two Carolina Forest players for Player of the Week? I'm being facetious.
Yeah.
But Zion Gilbert has been running the ball very, very well as Quavius Drawn is going to come into the game.
So, now with it being basically garbage time at this point with 2:45 left to go in the game, they'll bring in some of the backups. Make sure the starters are nice and healthy for next week in Goose Creek.
Right.
Shotgun set. One wide on either side. They'll go with the power set. And they'll hand it off to Drawn. Drawn tries to find a lane, and he'll get stood up at the 48-yard line for a gain of 2.
Just looking at some of these scores of the top-ranked teams versus
against the number 4 ranked. Yeah.
South Florence at halftime had 55 points against their opponent this week. Just obviously the Somerville Conway score.
What's the Fort Dorchester? I wonder how badly Fort Dorchester is beating. I forget who they're playing tonight.
All right, students, make sure you call for a ride. If you got dropped off, make sure there's somebody coming to pick you up.
Fort Dorchester against Stratford.
Oh, God. Fort Dorchester. Things we do in the later.
Shotgun set, one wide on either side. They'll hand it off to Drawn, and he will get taken down right at the line of scrimmage. And it'll be 3rd and 8 with a minute and a half left to go in the game.
It's almost over.
Because Carolina Forest took a timeout earlier on in the game. So River Bluff took a timeout with a minute 35 left to go in the game.
But either way, great win right here by Carolina Forest. Just an absolute masterclass by Scotty Saylor this week.
So while we've got a little bit of time, go through some of the final stats of this game. For River Bluff, Parker Murray, 9 of 15 for 126 yards and a touchdown.
And 5 of those catches were to Bladen Blouse, by the way.
Yes.
I think 5.
Yes, you were right. 5. As we are set to finish off this game, a minute 35 left to go. Saylor gets the call from the sideline. And a false start.
Scotty faking the pass on that one. What's Scotty's passing yards tonight? Oh, it was all.
Well,
yeah.
I'll get to that in a second.
Oh, come on.
Rush.
Hey,
we gotta be. We gotta keep up the suspense.
Oh, come on.
Cooper Johns rushing 21 rushes, 167 yards, and a touchdown.
Mind you, he had 14 carries for 149 yards going into the half.
Yeah, so he was held to only 18 yards in the second half.
On 7 carries.
So after the false start, it will be 3rd and 12. They'll hand it off. Quavius Drawn falls forward and will get taken down at the 49-yard line for a gain of 3. It'll be 4th and 9.
And another timeout by River Bluff.
Why? Gray Herring, 2 rushes for 5 yards. Aaron Griffin, 1 rush for -2 yards. And Parker Murray, 2 rushes for -5 yards.
Let's go.
Blaine Blouse, 5 receptions, 102 yards, and a touchdown. Stephen Collier, 3 yards and 3 receptions and 21 yards. Cooper Johns, 1 reception for 3 yards. For the Panthers, here we go. Scott Saylor, 12 of 19 for 270 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Wow.
Almost hitting the 300 mark.
I should have started Scotty in fantasy this week.
Yeah, really. Zion Gilbert, 108 yards on 16 carries and a touchdown.
What's
so
crazy,
they did get 1 rushing touchdown on that Zion Gilbert
What's
carry.
crazy is that Zion, even though he was stuffed, he had 30 rushing yards at halftime.
Yeah.
That means he's gotten 78 yards in the second half. And that's the flip that the offense usually does. If they're bad in the first half, they're very good in the second half.
Khalil Johnson, 67 yards on 12 carries. Scott Saylor, 64 yards on 6 carries. Quavius Drawn, 3 yards thus far on 4 carries. Receiving-wise, Nathan Schuessler, 92 yards and 2 touchdowns on 5 receptions. As they'll hand it off to Drawn, and he'll break through and get out to the 45-yard line, but that will be a turnover on downs. And we'll stop the clock again at 1:23. This had been the longest 2-minute,
the longest 2 minutes.
Why would you prolong the suffering for River? Yeah, exactly, as River Bluff. Like I said, Nate Schuessler, 5 receptions for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. Owen Hall, 2 receptions for 71 yards and a touchdown. Anthony Aponte, 3 receptions for 61 yards and 2 touchdowns. Alec Youngblood, 1 reception for 28 yards. Hayden Kyan, 1 reception for 18 yards.
And as number 3,
Gray Herring
on the carry breaks through for about 15, and that'll be a River Bluff first down. Just end the game.
Yeah,
you can score a consolation touchdown. Just end the game. If they end up scoring 28 and I'm right, I'm gonna be so happy.
Shotgun set, 3 wide on the near side. They'll snap it, play action pass, screen pass out, caught, trying to get out, trying to cut back into the field, and getting taken down at the 25-yard line is Alejandro Ambris.
Oh, and it stops the clock again. Loses this game, would it be a success? Even if they lose next week, I think this year has been a success.
34-2 now with 1:50 left to go in the Goose Creek game. Shotgun set, 2 wide on the far side, play action pass, throws it incomplete. Nice job right there. Almost intercepted it.
It was.
That ball is tipped.
And with all these JV players coming into the game now, or that have been moved up for varsity this year, or for the playoffs, some of these guys getting their first varsity action.
Yeah.
It might be. Could we see another Patrick Mull? Will he be able to redeem himself if the offense gets the ball back? I would wonder to see if Scotty comes back.
Shotgun set 2 wide on the far side. They'll hand it off and trying to get through the line, but being held up is Gray Herring.
And
another.
Oh yeah, River Bluff timeout.
And they use their final timeout. Why? I don't get it.
I don't either. Kick a field goal.
The Gators take a timeout.
Like, what are we doing here?
27.5 seconds left to go. This has been. Normally, you would see this in a close game where the 2 minutes are very.
It makes sense because you're trying to win the game.
Yeah.
We're on the positive side of a blowout this year, and not the Chapin side of a blowout.
Yes, of course. So, the Panthers will travel out to Goose Creek next week to face off against another Gator.
Another Gator. All of the Gators.
All the Gators.
Shotgun set, 2 on the far side, 1 on the near side. Snap, play action, looking to the right. He's going to loft up and wide open is going to be a touchdown. Hey, but you know
the defense didn't even care there. Alejandro Ambriz was wide open in the front of the end zone. And hey, it gets you up to your margin mark.
What did I say that they were going to score? The defense gives up 28 points, and it's the most consistent thing on this Panthers team. It's amazing. Unless they're gonna miss extra points now. River Bluff scoring touchdown. While I'm thinking out loud here, this is gonna be an exciting game next week.
Oh
yeah, I think it.
And I think it's definitely a bowl game for the Panthers.
Right,
definitely.
Especially if they play like they did tonight. As they still haven't lined up for the PAT yet. Now
they finally are.
Down. Score it. Hit it.
And the extra point is up and good. So they do get up to 28 points.
With 1 through the uprights and with
22 seconds to go.
Yep.
And yeah, I feel like it happens every time. They hold them to like last week. They held them to 14, and then St. James scored a touchdown in garbage time.
Yeah.
Same thing this week.
Yeah, I mean that happens in a lot of football games where the offense of the team that's down big scores at the last minute just because the other team's defense doesn't really care.
Yeah.
Now, if this were the NFL, if you were a fantasy owner of Carolina Force, you'd be hating that.
I think you'll be all right with the fumble.
True.
Although I wouldn't own our defense anyway.
True. Yeah.
We don't force enough turnovers.
Very
true.
true.
We don't hold them to enough little points.
Very true.
But I mean, it's very rare unless you have D1 talent at your cornerback positions that you force fumbles.
Yeah.
At a high rate at the high school level.
Yeah.
Onside kick?
That's what it looks like.
Oh, my God. If they get it, I'm going to cry.
Well, I mean, but with 22 seconds left to go, they're not what, are they going to try to do, that one game where, like, a team scored 21 points in a matter of, like,
and
what?
It's, oh, my God, they got it. Oh, no, they didn't.
And the Panthers do get it.
Okay. Take a knee, leave, we
Yeah,
win.
now the Panthers can just take a knee. No timeouts left for River Bluff.
Like the Panthers come up with it.
And is it Scotty to take the knee, or is it Patrick to take the knee? Let's find out.
Let's see.
I don't see it on 11.
It looks like.
That's not. Oh, that is Scotty.
Yeah, it's Scott.
Okay. That's just sentimental pieces. It's a 5 touchdown game. You should let him take the
Yeah.
knee.
Breaking the school record for passing yards.
Right. And, yeah, they're in victory formation. Passing touchdown here. Nope. the dramatic knee. As he goes into a lunge. He did the lunge and the twist, and that will end the football game.
I will say, I don't understand the shotgun victory formation because wouldn't that make more risk of a...
Well, that's why they had Zion Gilbert all the way in the back just in case.
That's true. That's true.
Advancing to the next game in the playoffs.
So the Panthers win it here. Final score 42-28. Panthers advance to the second round of the SCHSL playoffs and will face Goose Creek next week on the road. This is the final home game for the Panthers this season, barring something really crazy happening, but I don't think it will. So we will be on the road for the next however many weeks we have left But be sure to stay tuned. Once again, final score 42-28 Panthers advance to round 2, and will face